Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another amazing episode of the Pitchside
Pitch.
Podcast.
So,
Washa. I've got Spirito. Muruti.
today I officially withdraw the 13 because of the number 13, 2 times champion.
Tango.
Oratile Mokwena in a place to be.
Oratile Mokwena, Tebogo Mokwena, Rulani Mokwena. It's just a Mokwena.
No, Zama, it's a family business team.
Obvious.
And it's not only that, there's also Tato Ngwenya. All these people, they relate.
Similar to Mokwena, La Costa, Crocodile, same thing.
Crocodile.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you for taking time. I mean, you've got 3 in the bag this season. We need to respect you and your time, you know. Don't be easy.
Speak to me nice.
Champion.
Thank you.
Sugar, you hitting us with the throwback today?
It's unbelievable. I'm feeling so much energy, especially because of the Champions League success, continental success. I
Yes.
just felt the need to also relate to the great things that is happening within the club. The women's Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies team is continental champions. The senior men's team is continental champions. So you just need to rub shoulders with. If you can't beat them, join them.
Yes.
Oratile, you got 3 in the bag. Which one for you is the most important one?
For me, the most important one is the CAF Champions League.
Yeah.
Since last year, we couldn't reclaim it. So we had to go back to the drawing board as a team and fix our mistakes and make sure that this time around, we're coming back with it.
Well, what I like is everyone wants to go back to the drawing board. I've never seen anyone going to a drawing board and fixing it. But there is this thing of let's go back to the drawing board. What are you drawing?
Nah, like it's a myth, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you say we went back to the drawing board, people are gonna say, okay,
They know
went
what
to
they're doing.
You know, yeah.
How difficult was it, though?
It was very difficult
Yeah.
compared to all the 2 CAF Champions Leagues we've went to.
Yes.
This one was the most toughest one
Okay.
because I feel like teams develop each and every year. So
They're
this
getting
time
better.
around, they're getting better and better. And we also have to uplift our game. So this time around was a bit difficult. Also, the debutants came in very strong. So we had to put in the extra work.
I liked how we had a final before the final because everybody wants to see the reigning champions against the former champions,
Yes.
which was far against the Mamelodi Sundowns,
Yes.
and to have them in the semi-final, I think that's what topped off the tournament in a sense whereby the competitiveness of the game. It
Yeah.
was just a small margin. That 1-0 win was something big actually that confirmed. I'd like to believe that after that win, the team was already confident. Say, now the people who beat us 4, we've eliminated them. So now we have to go all the way.
Yeah. Most people were saying it's a revenge game, but for me it wasn't. It was just a normal game, but we knew that this one is a tough one. But obviously after that one, you're like,
But it takes a lot of
one leg into the bag, you
a
know.
lot of emotional and mental intelligence then to be able to just say it's another game that we need to tick off the box to get to the final.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, man, because also, you know, Coach Kappa.
Oros.
Yo.
Coach Kappa. I withdraw chair. I withdraw. I take it back.
You know, at every tournament, after every game, he's
Yeah.
like, no, the tournament is only starting now. Even after the final, he's like, no, the tournament is still starting.
he's so-
You guys
But we're
mustn't
done.
you guys mustn't get excited. No, he doesn't want us to get too excited.
Yeah.
That's what he always
Keep your
says.
feet on the
Yeah.
ground, huh?
And it's true because I remember the first time I saw the Sundowns Ladies team lose a game, it was so bad that the whole team was crying. I was like, you guys, do you even understand
What's
that?
happening?
They said we lost the game. I was like, so the whole team is crying. Now Coach Kappa is like, no, guys, no, this, like, everyone was just like in tears. It's like, these people don't know how to lose. It means they prefer to be winning all the time, and that makes it a very different group of individuals who are focused on winning everything that comes into play.
We're speaking about that winning mentality. I mean, the last 2 games of the Hollywood Bets were back to back. Literally, like 2 games, like in play today, play tomorrow.
Hey, that one was. Hey, I've never seen such in my life, in my whole football career. But
Yeah.
hey, what can we say? When they say you must play, you must just honor the game and showcase that we are the champions.
And how tough is it then to play games back to back like today and tomorrow? No rest, no.
It's very tough, but it needs you to be mentally strong. Yeah, you have to be mentally strong to know that, okay, I'm going to play. Tomorrow I'm going to play. So it depends on how mentally strong you are.
Yeah. So say someone got injured and they said they needed you to, let's say Andile got injured and they needed you to Khorolo Tiva.
Obvious. Yeah, but
That's
then- No, thing is, I believe in my defense, you know.
Yeah.
World of China.
But you will not be there. You would be
World
in
of
goals.
China, then what?
Remember, you are part of that defense that you believe in.
Yeah.
You are part of it. So one piece of that defense is now
gone.
in the goals.
No, I got it there.
Let's take it back, man. When you started playing football, what was your end goal? Did you see yourself playing as a professional?
Nah, I never saw myself. I didn't even know there's a Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies team.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I started, it was just all fun and games with the boys there by the streets. And then one day there was this coach that said, nah, I can't play on a proper field with the boys, buy soccer boots.
Yeah.
That's how I started. But even when I went there, my goal never saw myself being here today, you know.
Yeah.
Spotlights,
and everything.
lights, camera action, flying
No,
to
it was
different
just playing
countries.
football,
Yeah.
playing football.
And how difficult was it then to play against the boys?
For me, it was nice.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was
Shaka
very
Dikut.
nice because you were the only girl, and then when you play against them, you'll be like, hey, that one is very dangerous.
Yeah.
So you boys can't even mark a girl and stuff. I was very skillful by then.
Yeah.
I was playing right wing and a striker.
Seriously?
Yo. Hey! Yo.
I can imagine her on the right. The way she's such a hard tackler in the middle of the park. And I understand it because I used to be the same.
Yeah.
I played as a winger, as
Yeah.
a striker. And then it became easier for me to slot into the midfield because then you've got, you don't have to do as much as you would have to do there.
Yeah.
All you do is focus on what is required and you give it to the others and just rest. And the speed there, it becomes your element of advantage in the middle of the park. So.
No, not speed.
Nah. Hey, Muna. Can I social media more?
No, my problem with you is like maloba mo nshasha ile wa ra ke dlale PlayStation har fitla da.
Try.
No, at least we drew, you know, so it wasn't
Ha!
that bad.
Ha!
Nearly draw.
Live on the pitch
Hey,
side.
man, it was a draw.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your host that is telling lies in public.
Oratile, tell me now, would you still want to play as a striker? Nah. No.
I'm in love with my position.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's one of the crucial positions in football.
Number 30.
Tango.
Sugar, who would
Yeah.
you compare to in the men's team, in the way she plays, in the way she just handles the game?
For me, she comes into the midfield like Mukulisa because she makes it easier for her teammates to shine. She makes it. When I was asked one time, I was actually told by Coach Mangowa to say there are people in the team that carry the piano, and there are other people who play the piano, and you've got people like her who make sure that your players like your queen, they can shine because they know that they are free to do whatever with the ball, knowing that she's got Oratile, she's got Colossa that will make sure that so everybody is not afraid to take that risk. The same with the men's team. You know that your Marcelo is able to risk that pass forward. Your Ribeiro can risk because they know that Tebogo Mokwena is there, Mkulise is there to cut. I don't know this thing about Mokwena because
Mokwena
they seem to
story.
be team players. They seem to want to make their teammates shine.
Yeah.
It's in our blood. It's in our blood. We share.
Yeah?
We share.
And then Oratile, as your career progresses, how do you then get to be playing for Mamelodi Sundowns?
Oh, back in like 2016, I was in an academy in Pretoria, University of Pretoria, the Tugs. We went to go play in Soweto, Nike Center, and Coach Jerry was there with his assistant back then, Simon Blangwe. Yeah, and then they saw us playing a friendly game there, and after the game, he came to me and was like, nah, I want you in my team.
Yeah.
And I was like, which team are you talking about? It's like, Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies team.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies team?
Yeah.
That was the first time hearing about Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies team.
Coach David in the house. Coach David, Coach David.
Yeah, and then from there, that's when they were like, now take us to your parents. We want to talk to them. We want you to join Mamelodi Sundowns. And I guess from 2016, that's when I joined Mamelodi Sundowns till today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So immediately after that, did you then go and do your research to try and find out about this Mamelodi Sundowns ladies team? And at that stage, is that when it hit you to say, okay, maybe now I can become a professional footballer?
Nah, I didn't even go and check Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies. I was like, when I get there, I'll see what's what.
So
Forward we go. I'll see when I get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally you get here, and what is your first impression?
I was like, wow. My entire life, I've never seen something so professional. Everything, the facilities, I was like, wow. Yeah. Now
and is that the stage when you said, okay,
it's like,
professional?
No, give it to And then I was like, okay, so there's a ladies team that's so professional and everything. And I was like, okay, now it's about time I prepare myself and become a professional that I want to be.
Amazing. I guess even then, I mean, before that, it was social for you. It was nice to get out there and play football. But now you're like, hey, isn't
now I'm seeing national teams. Oh, okay. There's Banyana. I was like, wow. Yeah.
What's your take? What's your take on the recently kept when who's this? Janine van Veek got 185th cap.
Yeah.
What is your take on that level? That's national team.
Yeah, that's remarkable. Yeah, that's what we call a legend. She's been there, man. Yeah, she's a leader to many of us. When growing up, I think most players were looking up to her. And also when I got into the industry of knowing Banyana, all this national team from under 17 until the first team, I also knew Poshia Modise, and there was Janine van Veek. I was like, oh wow. There are people that actually leave tears and everything into the field. That's what we call, and that's
a legend.
That's a legend for you.
What's the toughest part for you about being a footballer?
I'd say, especially when you play for Mamelodi Sundowns, people think everything is easy. Yeah.
They don't see the hard work you guys put in.
They think it's just easy. Just go there, you play, you win.
You're always dancing. You make it look easy. You make it look easy.
They don't know. Hey, it's tough.
Nice.
Yo, it's tough. Also, coach putting a lot of pressure. Coach Kappa. Hey, even before you sleep, you're like, tomorrow, Coach Kappa, and I must put my A game.
Yeah.
So people think everything is just easy when you win 7-0, 9, all those kind of scores, but it's not.
Yeah. And how important is it that every time you come to practice or go to a game, you bring your A game? Because I know that there's probably a girl sitting at home right now who might be 12 years old who also wants to play professional, but they want your position. They want to be in your position.
It's not easy. It's not easy. But as a player, you have to put in mind that this is my bread and butter. This is my daily job, and also this is what I love. So you have to wake up each and every day and fight and also fight for your position. So I'd say as a person, fight for what you want. Everything is destined for you, and it only requires you to work harder and extra harder every time.
And what's a typical day like? So if I was a aspiring footballer, I want to play for the Sundowns Ladies. How does my day look like? What time do you wake up?
I wake up at 8
8
a.m.
in the morning.
Yeah.
And training?
Training is like 11.
Okay, so wake up at 8, breakfast.
I bath and then I eat breakfast. I leave home around 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
then you're here for training at 11.
No, 10:30. I'm
Half
here.
past 10 you're
Yeah.
here. Okay.
And then I socialize.
I was waiting for that part. That's the part I was waiting for. Because
Socialize.
this one it's got so much energy.
Social matters.
And that's the part I was actually, I'm trying to find where is she fitting in the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I socialize, take videos, Instagram, TikTok, and everything. And then that's when
Walking into the park, walking into...
greet everyone. And then that's when I put on my soccer boots and go into the field.
do the work.
Then
Yeah.
you train from 11 till what time?
From 11 until 1.
All right, and then after that?
You get food. That's my favorite part. Yeah, we get food. Nando's,
Yeah.
And then you go home happy.
Yeah.
After
And you
that,
continue to socialize.
I continue to socialize.
Yes,
When I get home, I take TikToks, I go live. Yeah.
What's your TikToks about?
Me? Dancing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
So if we
dance.
played your song, Karjavel,
Oh, why?
Mr. Ngonya, please
Do something.
Do something. Can you
You want
bring
to
us a
see-
speaker? We want to record a live TikTok.
You know
here,
what?
please.
What I've noticed, the unity amongst the ladies team.
Yes.
Even their TikToks, it's with themselves. They've got so much time together that they've become friends and best of buddies. That everything that they do, that helps the team, because then you understand each other in a sense whereby each individual knows the next one better than the other one. So they know each other so much that it doesn't only happen on the field of play.
Yes.
Even off the field,
Yeah.
they are still best of buddies. If they are going to the mall, they will go together. If they go to the movies, they go together. When they're training, it's them together.
I think it's something we spoke about with you and Tomi, about time spent.
Time spent,
because
yes.
of always being on the road, always being together as a team. You end up becoming brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Because it's just, that's who you're with. You spend
Yeah.
more time with them than even with your family.
Yeah.
And then Chomita out to Rao, no
Change it. And that's how life becomes, because you spend so much time with people that you become a unit. That even after training, when you go out, I'm going to the mall, we go together. Even when you're going to meet your friends from home, they also want to meet your friends from the club, and then it becomes that one big family. And I've seen it with her and the teammates. You'll find them together all the time, taking videos and posting each other and supporting one another. The support there is unbelievable.
How difficult then, I should pose this to both of you, is it then to maintain relationships outside of your teammates? Because those are the people you spend time with. I'll never forget the year when you guys spent Christmas
In Algeria.
You went with family, but you're with your teammates. How difficult is it to maintain relationships, family, friends, outside of it?
I'd say outside for me, it's only my family.
Yeah.
I don't have friends outside. My teammates are my friends.
Yeah.
Most of the time we go out together. I'd say that because from the HPC,
Yes.
we were at the HPC. and
HP, high performance.
Yeah,
center.
Yeah.
Yeah, take us lightly, man. Don't
sorry,
come
sorry.
with the abbreviation.
yeah. So you see, from the high performance, from the high performance center, the likes
Yeah.
of like Lekhonolo Mashiu, we all from there. We came to Sundowns. So you see that friendship is from
Way
long,
back.
way
From
back.
way
Yeah.
back, yeah. So you don't have friends outside of
I don't.
that? Is so scary.
I don't.
It's
It's a very, very tricky one, because you need to have people who have your best interests at heart.
Yes.
And they understand the position you're in. The moment even family, when you are in a team like Mamelodi Sundowns, where you're constantly away, you're constantly playing, like you're saying now, they played a game today and tomorrow they're playing another game. So you don't have time for family. Yeah. You have time because now when you get home, you're tired. You still want to celebrate, and you find that you don't have that energy to celebrate as much as you would want because there is no time. You already need to focus and prepare for the next game. But then when your family is your strength, like she says, her family outside football, it's a family. They understand the responsibility. Yes. They understand what she's standing for. She's representing the whole family. So all the energy goes towards making sure that things become easier for her off the field, as compared to her making things happen for herself. Yeah. So if your friends don't understand the importance of what you are doing, it's not only for you. You also putting them on the map because I've seen like we were saying with KK that my friends off the field, because we meet together with his friends, our friends eventually become friends. That when we are not there, they are together. So we'll be communicating with them in that space. So once friends begin to understand the importance and your commitment to what you are trying to achieve, and they are fully in support. And what's best is when you have friends that can tell you when you had a bad game. Not only friends that can tell you, no, sugar or passy, or coach doesn't like you, but they must be able to tell you that, Oratile, that game, you played bad.
I read a book of somebody who had just retired from football. And he said he woke up a week into his retirement, and he missed the smell of the change room. It's like in Julo, or the smell, touch, feel of grass. And he didn't know what to do with himself. And he ended up getting into just a dark place because all he wanted to do was be with his teammates because he knew nobody else.
Yeah.
You know? And he's like, after about 3-4 months, I went back to football. I just said to the team, guys, anything. I'll be the guy that cleans up the change room. You don't have to pay me as long as I'm still part of the brother or the sisterhood that is taking place. Because you spend so much time with your teammates that there's nothing outside of that world. He says it became difficult to be at home because like, okay, what are we going to do now?
Yeah.
So it's very interesting that you put it that way, because now I think we're getting to understand, we're getting to learn that with the amount of time you spend away from your family and your friends, your real friends and family become the people you played with.
Yeah.
For my time, the first thing I did when I retired. It was the first time I celebrated my birthday with my mom. I had to drive to Limpopo to see, for the first time in 10 years, I've never had my birthday with my mother. And then, so immediately after retirement, it was my birthday. I said, I'm driving. I drove in the night to say, by the time it's 12 o'clock,
I'll be at home.
I must be, if she's sleeping, I must wake her up, because for the past 10 years, after the game, my wife would come with my daughter to the stadium. My friends would be there. I've spent so much time with my team than with family. So that's where now I felt like, now I need to go and celebrate. So family is what, like she says, that outside football, you've got family. Because those are the ones that will be there. Most people in football, we tend to make friends based on where we are in life. And then when things are no longer the same, those friends are no longer there. But family will always be there. And you always need to make sure that you make time for family.
Oratile, with all the trophies that you have won at Sundowns, what's the one thing you look forward to in the future?
I'd say winning CAF every season.
Yes.
Every season.
Why is that important for you?
When I retire one day, I'd be like, I want CAF 15 times or 20 times, or 10 times.
Let me check your temperature.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you okay right now?
Are you okay?
I'm being for real.
Yeah.
But it's doable, honestly,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
they've been in the final 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
They've won it twice and lost it once, and they've been in the final 3 times in a row. And if you are to play the next 5-10 years, going to the final, then it's actually possible.
Yes.
It's
So you can't check my temperature anymore.
I withdraw.
Take it
Chair.
back. Withdraw that
Withdraw,
one.
Chair.
Yes.
I withdraw, Chair.
All right, so you want to really win CAF that many times. You just want to keep winning. What
it.
drives you to want to keep winning?
Winning makes me happy. When I don't win or when I get a draw, I become miserable. When going home, I don't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Even if it's a draw, I don't want it. I just want to win. And the aim is to go to Club World Cup, Facebook, Barcelona, nyana. Yeah.
And test yourself.
And test the way we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to test you or you want to test me?
Want to test them.
Okay.
And that's what drives you, is just
Yeah.
winning. You're like a born winner, because we always speak about the sugar that after you've had a team that's been winning for so long, at some stage you need to bring in hungrier players who have never won, or if they have won, they just haven't won on that much of a bigger scale, right?
It's true, because you always need to maintain that continuity of the work and the brand of what the product you are selling to the public. That after this generation, you must already have the next generation coming. And then I've seen how already the Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies team have already started impacting the younger generation.
Yes.
And they're not only in them playing at their level, but they also integrate them bit by bit. They'll bring one or two to play with the senior team. And I've seen how the senior ladies team would always welcome the younger ones to be part of them and make them feel a part of them. They don't. But also you can know, even if they're younger, but they're the same height with the height. You don't see.
I heard Coach Oro saying, not Coach, I withdraw.
Withdraw, Chair. Withdraw.
Coach
Yes,
Jerry,
yes.
speaking about that, there's some under 14s and 15s that have been training with the first team, and they are definitely to look forward to in the future, because the future is bright.
Yeah, we played with a 13-year-old a tournament in Soweto.
Yes.
Yeah, when she came in, she impacted the game very well.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Amazing.
impressive.
Yeah.
13.
18 years old.
I thought she was 15.
No, 13.
That's why I also thought she was 15.
1-3. Yeah.
Oh, 13.
13. Yes.
And then are you also looking to get into coaching?
Me? No. No.
She doesn't have the patience.
I mean, I don't like headaches and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you give Coach Jerry headaches.
Yeah. Quite.
Oh,
well.
you know it.
Yeah,
We
she
know.
knows.
So you guys do it on purpose? then?
No, it's not on purpose,
in
but
your
it
nature.
happens. Yeah, it happens.
And you can't stop it when
Yeah.
it started.
Yeah. It's like when you have a small child, you know he or she's gonna be naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not
either or.
intentional.
It's not intentional.
The player is horrible.
Yeah. So me, I'd rather do like analyzing and be sitting here like this,
Yeah.
Podcast.
Podcast.
I think we should
Yeah.
consider
Let you
that.
present, ne?
Please.
And,
Okay, take it away. The floor is yours.
Now you ask us questions.
Okay. Mabunda.
It's the pause. Mabunda.
Ever since you've retired, what have you been up to?
You know me, after retirement, I find it much more fun to engage with people.
Yeah.
That's the platform you get where people who were always supporting you, now you get to be in their space and understand what is it that drove them to back you up so much.
Yeah.
So after retirement, it gives me that platform to appreciate people. People don't no longer need to come to the stadiums to see me. I need to go to their space and get to know all the people that come and sing and chant for me. What is it that they get up to on a daily basis? What do they go through in order for them to get to the stadium? That's why I've got so much passion for supporters, to make sure that they're excited at all times, which is making sure that we deliver on the field, that every time we go home, now I can just go to the garage and buy water for no reason after the boys win. Then I begin to feel the excitement that the supporters felt every time we won. So life after football is Pitchside Podcast.
So did you know which field you go into, or it just happened after you retired?
I actually planned it. I actually planned everything out. I had my time. I had a fixed time of operation in terms of my career, that by this time I need to have retired. because that pushed me to achieve everything I've achieved in a short space of time. Like you say, you want to win so many Champions Leagues in your lifespan in football, but then you need to put time frame. That helps you to always remain motivated because you are chasing a goal. You don't just chase this season, you chase the goal. So I had a plan to say, after so many years of my career, by the time I reach this age, I must be done. I must make sure that I'm complete. I don't want to stress and or worry about what's the next stage, because I've already got everything planned out, which is what Naves was saying, that somebody was he was reading about someone who after 4 weeks was feeling bad. So I retired at peace. So whatever you do in the game, you make sure that you do it, you complete yourself. That's why you always have the energy. You always love what you do, whether it is with the supporters or whether it's on pitch side, you always have that energy because you love it. You know, you don't regret that, no, I've retired before time. No, you're done. And you've won everything. When you're sitting back, like you're saying, I want to sit back and say, I've won 15 Champions Leagues. And you can see them, and then you, like now, you always tease me. She always teases me and says, I'm the original 13 because I've won Champions League twice and you've done it once. I've got to be humble now and accept. No, the 30. I used to tease Mambush. Say, you've been to the final, I've won it. Now she comes and says, you've won it one, I've won it twice. So I become humble in that space.
Elevating.
So, Naves, what inspires you about Mamelodi Sundowns?
You know, long story short, my mom.
Coach David.
Definitely next. I think at a young age, my mom got me into it. You know, we lived in Soweto, and in Soweto it was the two Soweto Giants, but we also stayed in an area called Moroka. So Moroka Swallows was also a part of the picture. Then my mom moved to take a job in Mpumalanga. And when we got to Mpumalanga, it was then Witbank Black Aces, and Witbank at the time was split between Witbank Black Aces and Sundowns, and somehow my mom fell onto the Sundowns side of supporting them. So at home when they were playing, she'd always put on the TV. And as a kid, a youngster, we used to go to a Akaville Stadium or a Linville Stadium, and we'd see Zain Musa. We got to sit around the pitch.
Nangu Zain.
When he stood on the ball, Sam Iwi Kambule. So I got to watch these guys as kids, and it was just so exciting to watch them. And at the time, the Brazilian national team was untouchable. You know, it was, I'll never forget when we all, Elokshin started doing his bebeto. Because of that code, bebeto, you know, those things. So I think I just grew up with it because of the foundation that my mom had created for me.
So from your perspective, what would you say about the youngsters So what would you say about the youngsters that Mamelodi Sundowns have developed that are now playing for the first team?
Amazing. Besides the ones that are playing for the first team, if you look at the league, the number of players that have gone through the Sundowns development and ended up at other teams, it's been amazing to watch. I look at guys, some of the guys have even left, like Keletso. Keletso has won so much that he's now having to restart his career to go again. You know, so it's been amazing to watch, and I think those are the stories that are not told. You know, you get told about, Barakile Mang Mang and Uduti benching, but they don't talk about all the other success stories. You know, it's easier to speak about the negative, way easier than to speak about the positives.
Thank you so much, gents.
We're winning. We're winning.
I think we need to prepare something in writing. We've got anchor.
We have something. We found the diamond. You know that one? You know that one? Doesn't play that one. Thank you very much for your time. We really do appreciate it. Congratulations. What you guys did is not a small feat. It's a big one, man. Those 3 trophies, bringing them back here. Coach Jerry did say they need to come back home, and you guys brought them home. So congratulations, and we want them here again next season. And the season after that, and
the season after that, and the season after that.
Why? 20 years. For 20 years.
The next 20 years. How old will you be in 20 years' time?
Years?
Me.
Do you think you should be playing in 20 years?
For sure, I'll be like 42.
You still be playing?
Yeah.
For sure, you'll be 42, or you will be 42.
I think so. I think so.
Ivan.
Let's just say 10. Let's just say 10. Let's just say 10.
10 years from now.
10,
10
yeah.
years.
32.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us. This is the Pitchside
Pitch!
Podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments.
Pitchside.
Pitchside.
Pitch!
Yeah.